I'm going to start looking for a point. So it turns around a point. There's no real like distance requirement. We usually shoot for about a half a mile away, just like you're kind of in the downwind of the traffic pattern, and you just do that all the way around the point. But there is an altitude and an airspeed restriction. We want to stay plus or minus 10 knots on the airspeed. So it'll be plus or minus 100 feet on our altitude. Those are the big ones that get people. You know, if you get a little bit further away and a little bit closer to the point, this or that, and you're correcting it, that's fine. But when you go 200 feet up in altitude, that's, you know, a lack of awareness and a lack of control. So we want to make sure that we're consistent with those two things as well. I've got a nice four-way intersection right over here. That'll put me on my downwind entry. That's the proper entry into any ground reference maneuver. Going to be on the downwind. We're going to be aiming out at this four-way intersection out here. I love four-way intersections. It helps you kind of piece together that distance away from the point. Nice and consistent around it. You can see about a half a mile away down each road, and it just helps you keep that situational awareness. Sure, power's set for that. Airspeed, altitude's looking good. We're going to be entering the maneuver. We're going to be flying it's up to about my 10, 11 o'clock right now. First thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting on this downwind side, so our bank angles are going to be steeper. I don't like people to fixate on that because they think it needs to be steep and they go too steep and they get too close to the point, or they're too shallow, or this or that. So, I mean, just ultimately fly the maneuver, but we know it should be a little bit steeper right here. We're abeam the point. We're going to go ahead and start with that slightly steeper bank angle. Steeper than the other side. It'll vary day to day. And then just holding a nice even circle around it. If you feel like you're getting pushed away, go a little steeper. If you feel like you're getting too close, shallow it out. And then I've got my nice road right here, which is a good about half a mile point, flying almost right over it once I get a quarter of the way through the maneuver. I'm looking out, I can kind of see another good visual checkpoint that I'm going to be shooting for there. Nice pothole on the road. We're in Iowa, so you see a lot of those, but it's a nice pothole right there. At that culvert area. And looking out at the point, staying a nice same distance away, and I should be getting shallower and shallower because my ground speed is getting slower and slower as we go into this headwind. This should be the shallowest point of the turn right here is in that direct headwind. And I hit about my half mile mark. I can see the half mile marker on the fields, and I actually did get pretty close to it. And then now I'm starting to eyeball my next half mile point and noticing that I need to start slowly increasing that bank angle because now my ground speed is going to be getting faster and faster as I turn off of that wind, turn down from that wind. Altitude there, we got just about 50 feet high, nothing bad. Add a little bit of power to help with that airspeed and that pitch. Those together should easily fix that. Looking out at my point, still feels about the same distance away. Don't have a tape measure or anything, but it looks, we're not noticeably further or noticeably closer, and that's all they're looking for too. Airspeed's good, altitude's good, don't see any obstacles or any traffic. My airplane looks like it's doing good. Coming into that downwind entry point, whereas we're also going to exit the maneuver. And then looking at that intersection, it looks good, and then I would set back up for cruise, which for that, we're not actually shooting for maneuvering speed.